Everybody, I'm here with the creator of Henchgirl, Kristen Gudsnuk. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very, very good. Do you mind telling some of the audience who may not be familiar with your work, what is Henchgirl? Who is this? What's the story about? What inspired you?
Henchgirl is basically your average 20-something girl living in a city. The only difference is that she works for a supervillain, and it's kind of a slice of life comedy that makes fun of superhero tropes, but it kind of ramps up at a certain point. So I kind of play with all different genres in it, but mainly it's kind of about figuring out like what to do with your life in the scope of a superhero comic.
What inspired you to really say, you know what, I want to do this. I want to create this type of thing that kind of goes against the grain of traditional, hero stories?
Well, I always just like subverting tropes in general. I just think that's funny. This is like my sense of humor. And I always like to write, and I always like to draw. So I was like, comics seems perfect because you can just make this entire thing just all on your own and not have to like worry about anyone else. It can all just come right from your brain. So that's kind of why I, approached it as a comic instead of something else. I started out with Henchgirl like just for fun, and then as I was working on it, I realized this is what I wanted to do for my career. So it was pretty cool in that way.
This story, like I said, is very, very, very unique in itself, because we were doing a lot of research and we're like, wow, this is a really interesting story and stuff like that. Any advice to younger creators who just want to get out there and create original stories, and any advice for them?
Yeah, just tell the story that you're interested in. Write about what you wish. This is like, as someone else said this is like way too deep to come right from me, but like, write the story that you wish was already out there because you really want to read it.
Yeah.
So in that, like, don't pander to like what you think is popular, because it might not be popular by the time you're done. Just do what you like, and chances are other people will like it too, and that way it'll be kind of like true to your vision. And also write about things that you care about, basically. Just like whatever's wrong with your life, try to figure it out through stories, metaphorically.
So where do you see Henchgirl going, let's say 5 years? Do you see it going out to mainstream media, maybe films, TV shows?
I'd be glad if that did happen, but it ended at issue 11, and now I'm working on some other stuff. Yeah, so I'd be happy with whatever happens with it, just as long as people are reading it and enjoying it.
And you mentioned other stuff. What other stuff are you currently working on in the upcoming feature?
I am currently working on a graphic novel for Graphics, part of Scholastic. It's going to be a middle grade original graphic novel that I wrote, and I'm drawing it right now. It's really cool. I don't think I'm supposed to say what it's about yet, but yeah, it'll be out next July is the on sale date, and that's going to be awesome, and everyone should keep an eye out for that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you. You guys, if you haven't heard of the story, make sure you go check her out. All her information will be in the description box below as usual. Thank you.